4 Minutes Closer to God. My name is Doug. Today I want to discuss salvation. What does it mean to be saved? So Adam and Eve, back when, lost their connection with God. They lost their connection with each other, with nature, even kind of cut off from themselves. So Adam was double-minded, didn't know what he was thinking anymore. Eve similarly. And so it became a hot mess after the Garden of Eden incident and believing the serpent as opposed to believing in what God had. The serpent had suggested to them that God was withholding, that it was possible to get further along without as much work, and so they would be able to grow in wisdom, and just by eating of this forbidden fruit, which is not an apple. The forbidden fruit is essentially an unknown fruit, probably died in the dismissal of the Adam and Eve couple from the garden. That fruit then becomes lost in the mists of history and comes to us as an apple, which has mythological or legendary derivation for it. So when Adam and Eve lost their salvation, so to speak, they lost their connection with God, it was necessary for them to essentially step out from the garden and step into the toil and work of the world. But there they found a future solution that would come in the seed of the woman, who would come later and be the salvation of humanity. And so they had a long struggle that was set up for them because of their sin, their disobedience, and being kicked out of the garden, that place where God met with his counsel, that place on the mountain where the garden was, everything being taken care of for them, and now they had to struggle and toil and work to get food and to take care of themselves. And Eve was going to have to pay a price of pain in childbirth, even though she would still want to be with her husband and be able to have children. She had Cain and Abel, and as we know, Cain killed Abel, and then along came Seth as a manner of replacement for Abel. And so Cain went off on his own. Abel, having died, presenting a good sacrifice to the Lord. Cain was off in the land of Nod, and Seth came as the spitting image of Adam, and he is the one who, through whose line we now continue as far as our getting to the Messiah. And so Jesus comes to be our salvation, and that salvation is necessary because of our spiritual death. So he brings light back into our souls, and the idea then is that we have been quickened, made alive to God, and reconciled with him, because all of our evil deeds, the things that we have done on our own, and also coming in a line of humans, parents, grandparents, and so on back into history, have all been sinners as well. So everybody needs salvation. And Jesus came into the world to provide that salvation. Thanks be to God, he has died on the cross and rose again on the third day. Lots of people died on the cross. Not so many rose on the third day.